Her text arrived at 2:13 a.m., the kind of hour that strips lies down to bone. I've had my fun. Now I'm ready to be a wife again. That was it. No apology, no explanation, just readiness. A year of silence, a year of absence, a year of pretending I was the ghost in her life instead of the man she left behind, and suddenly she was ready. I stared at the glowing screen, letting the words seep into the fractures she once carved into me. My thumb hovered over the keyboard, but nothing came out. Not anger, not hurt, not even surprise. Just emptiness. Still, I didn't reply, and that silence, I knew, would burn her more than anything I could have written. I set the phone down, walked to the living room, sat beside the woman who had been asleep on my shoulder minutes before, the woman whose presence had stitched me back together in ways she never even realized. The apartment was peaceful, soft breathing, faint light, warmth, all the things my former wife had traded for whatever fun meant to her. Then a knock on the door, soft, impatient, familiar. My chest went still. She wouldn't. Not at this hour, not after a year. But the knocks came again, louder now, as if she already sensed the chaos she was about to walk into. I rose slowly, without waking the woman behind me, walked to the door, looked through the peephole, and there she was, my wife, my runaway wife. Her face pressed close, eyes frantic, hair wind-tangled, breathing too fast. She had come back. I didn't open it, not yet. I let her knock. I let her wait. I let her wonder. Until finally, I unlocked the door and stepped back, just enough for someone else to open it. The moment she saw who stood in my place, her face drained to pure, ghost-white terror. I remember the night she first slipped away, not physically, but emotionally. That subtle shift, that deadened smile, that sudden hunger for distance. People think betrayal arrives loudly. It doesn't. It seeps. I caught the first scent of it months before she left. A disconnected kiss, her phone always facing down, that sudden, inexplicable glow in her eyes when she scrolled through messages she wouldn't let me see. I told myself not to imagine things, not to doubt her, not to look for ghosts. But ghosts don't need looking for. They rise on their own. It was the small things that built the suspicion. Her new perfume, her weekend work trips, her laughter, softer, sweeter, but never for me. The worst part? She made me feel paranoid for noticing. "You're overthinking again," she'd say, and I believed her. For a while. Until the morning she packed a single suitcase, mumbled something about needing space, and walked out like I was the weight she'd been waiting to drop. She didn't call, didn't return, didn't ask if I was breathing. And a man learns the truth from silence more than he ever learns from words. I didn't chase her, not physically, but emotionally, I hunted, quietly, strategically, without letting grief turn me stupid. Phone records told me part of the story, long strings of calls to a number I didn't recognize. Bank statements told me more, hotel charges, out-of-city purchases, subscription services she never used with me. I didn't lash out. I didn't confront her. I simply watched the layers peel back. I gathered everything, piece by piece, like a man assembling a puzzle he already knows the ending to. Then came the photos, sent to me anonymously months later. Her, with him, laughing, leaning into him the way she hadn't leaned into me in years. The kind of closeness that doesn't happen by accident. And the final insult? The timestamp. 6 months before she left. She hadn't drifted away. She'd already gone. I didn't break. I didn't rage. I just felt the world go sharp, quiet, and brutally clear. By the time she vanished for that full year, I had all the answers I needed. I just didn't care to use them anymore. The truth didn't arrive with a scream. It arrived with a message from him, the man she left for. 3 lines. No introduction, no hesitation. She's not who you think she is. I'm done. Good luck. No context, no explanation. Just abandonment, handed back to me like a broken object someone didn't want anymore. I didn't reply to him either. Instead, I printed everything, every photo, every receipt, every call log, and placed it in a clean white folder, waiting, preparing, not for revenge, for clarity. And tonight, at my door, her seeing the woman beside me opened it? That was the moment the truth finally hit her. Not because I told her, but because life did. She stepped back when she saw her, the woman at my side, calm, quiet, unbothered. Who is she?" my wife whispered. Her voice cracked. Good. I didn't answer. I simply handed her the white folder. She opened it with shaking fingers. I watched realization slice through her with every page. Every lie she told, every secret she kept, every smile she gave to someone else. Her breath hitched. "Did you know?" she asked. For a long time. "And you just stayed silent?" "Yes." "Why?" "Because I didn't need to expose you," I said. "I just needed to outgrow you." She staggered, as if the words had weight. They did. She tried to speak, tried to summon tears, apologies, something rehearsed and desperate. But I had no space left for her voice. No anger, no longing, no ache. Just a hollow, peaceful distance. "Please," she whispered, "let me explain." "There's nothing left to explain," I said. "You had your fun." Her eyes filled. "And now?" she whispered. "Now," I said, "you live with what you chose." I closed the door, quietly, finally, and the silence that followed felt like freedom, cold, precise, and absolute. The last piece of her died on the other side of that door, and I didn't feel a thing.